Headline number one, White House ramps up pressure on ABC to fire Jimmy Kimmel over First Lady remarks. Here's what he said.
Our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow.
Alex.
It was pretty bad. Yeah, it was pretty bad, Chanel. You know, some people liked it, some people didn't. And, you know, obviously he made another joke connecting Melania to Epstein, which is something that is very personal to her, so much so she had a big press conference about it. So I think Jimmy Kimmel knew exactly what he was doing, and that was not just an accident. He didn't even probably write those jokes. It was probably somebody from the DNC that wrote those jokes, because they know that the best way to get at Donald Trump is to get at his wife. So I'm actually not surprised that he said that. And I don't know if he'll get fired. And there is kind of this thing where the more you try to cancel somebody, the bigger it makes them. So, you know, they might try to cancel him, and it might make Jimmy Kimmel more popular.
Where were these jokes, by the way, when Joe Biden was president? I mean, a far more applicable joke for him. Just taking the assassination discussion off the table altogether. I didn't see a lot of ageist jokes from this set when it came to Joe Biden, who deserved all those jokes and more.
Oh, of course. But you know that we have a hypocritical media. I mean, everybody's such a hypocrite. And it's hard to actually really get any content without some sort of bias. So having Jimmy Kimmel involved was a mistake, but I guess that's not Donald Trump's choice. You know that. That's a liberal-leaning organization, so they're going to have somebody like that. But it just is what it is at the end of the day.
I don't understand. He's not even, I mean, I can take my politics aside and listen to a comedian, but not funny. I've never gotten the guy. All right, headline number two. Trump lashes out at 60 Minutes anchor for reading alleged gunman's manifesto. Take a listen.
The so-called manifesto is a stunning thing to read, Mr. President. He appears to reference a motive in it. He writes this, quote, administration officials, they are targets. And he also wrote this: I am no longer willing to permit a pedophile, rapist, and traitor to coat my hands with his crimes. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I was waiting for you to read that because I knew you would, because you're horrible people, horrible people. I read the manifesto, as a sick person, but you should be ashamed of yourself reading that, because I'm not any of those things.
Mr. President.
She didn't have to read that particular passage, which I think Trump rightly called her out on.
Yeah, I'm happy Trump said something because, I've been going to a lot of college campuses lately for Turning Point, and a lot of these kids want to make that false allegation. And to that, I say, if that was actually true, I know the Biden administration for the last 4 years would have used every resource they had under the sun to try to put Donald Trump in jail. And they didn't release any of the Epstein files. So it's just really, at the end of the day, I don't think Donald Trump is a pedophile. And when he said the Epstein stuff was a hoax, he meant the hoax that the Democrats created, that he allegedly is one when he's not, obviously, anything to do with being a child predator. So it's just a bad situation where it's getting so loud. That's basically the only knock that people have on Trump, and it does affect him. Nobody wants to be called that. It's probably the worst, allegation that anybody could possibly face.
Yeah. This administration is not playing around when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm glad he's calling them out, as he always does. I guess we're not surprised, but this one I think will have some teeth. Headline number 3, federal surveillance tech becomes mandatory in new cars by 2027. This one, I'm so upset. I don't like this headline at all, Alex. Now, so they're going to start monitoring everything we do in the car. And I think we're now in a stage where we might find that disturbing, but future generations will just consider it another safety measure, like a seatbelt.
Yeah, one of the worst things Obama ever did was the cash for clunkers, where he basically just bought out old inventory of perfectly fine cars. And those cars didn't have any, big sensors, ways to connect to Wi-Fi like all these new cars. So it's really a dark future. And it's not only one thing that the federal government has a backdoor to our cars. These new car brands, you're basically buying a car, but you're also subscribing to a subscription service for, like oil changes and being able to check the codes on your car. So the future of cars is really bleak. If you have an older car, hold on to it, especially anything, older than 2010. I drive an '08 Tahoe because I don't want the government to hack into it and crash it. So I'm just telling the conspiracy theorists and me, I don't want to have something that theoretically can be hacked into, and that's all these new cars. So,
Yeah.
you know, whether you're as crazy as me,
it's
you
not
don't
a
have to be. It's
conspiracy.
bad. Yeah.
No, Alex, it's not a conspiracy. No, the Chinese have the ability to hack into systems, and if you have a system that controls cars that's on some server, anything can be hacked. So no, there's some real concerns with this future that are being couched right now in safety. This is for your own safety. This is for your own good. Everyone needs to be doing this. Everyone needs to be driving a car where we can monitor your every move and control everything about the car.
Yeah. And during the next pandemic, they can turn it off so we can't drive around.
All right, Alex, that's all the time we have. Thank you for the, I think, somewhat bleak tour of what's going on in the world, but I think it was necessary.
It's not all bad. We still need to have some
There we are.
gratitude, even when things are bad. Thank you, Chanel.
Hey, we had the king over for the 250th, so there's that to laugh about.
See you, Chanel.
Alex.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.